You are listening to the Horse Radio Network, part of the Equine Network family.
What a beautiful day for horses in the morning.
You are listening to the number one horse podcast in the world. Here's your entertaining look at the horse world and the people in it.
I am Glenn the Geek from Ocala, Florida.
And I am Jamie Jennings, and I'm currently in Norman, Oklahoma. And you're listening to Horses in the Morning on the Horse Radio Network for Friday, July 31st, episode 4009, brought to you today by U.S. Rider. Good morning, horse people.
Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on this Friday morning. We have a special show planned for you today and a special post-show planned for you today as well. We have author Robin Hutton on and sculptor Jocelyn Russell are both joining us at the same time to discuss their recent trip to South Korea, where they were involved in events honoring Sergeant Reckless. And we've talked about Sergeant Reckless a number of times in this show. We've had both of them on a number of times on this show, and we love them both. So I can't wait to get them together. This will be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Plus, we have another round of Really Bad Adz coming up and some other things throughout the show. And then auditors. We have a special treat for you. We were asked by Hall of Fame podcaster Dave Jackson for his show called School of Podcasting to do an interview with him about our 4,000 episodes and, co-hosting and things like that. And I said to Dave, Dave, how about if we also make it available to the auditors? So the auditors, you guys are going to get to hear him interviewing us in today's post show. So if you're not an auditor, go to horseradionetwork.com, scroll down to the middle of the page and click on the auditor banner. And for as little as $3 a month, you can do that too. Jamie, do I sound crisper and cleaner?
Oh my gosh, you're like a new man. You sound all of a sudden like you're born for radio.
I do. And the reason is I got fiber hooked up on Wednesday. That's why I couldn't be here on the show on Wednesday. And they were in my office when we were recording.
It's funny. We were talking about it. And I said, I bet Glenn's sitting at the window right now taking pictures of the trucks going by. And Ashley goes, he just texted me a picture of all the trucks.
I was so excited. Well, we moved out here and we're in the middle of nowhere. We never thought in a million years we'd get fiber. And I've been using Verizon 5G over the air, Verizon 5G, which was good. I mean, we did the show most of the time without problems, right? But there were times. So now I have a gigabyte up and a gigabyte down. I can load our sound files and it won't take 10 minutes. It's so
They
wonderful.
Don't call you the geek for nothing.
I'm so excited. But I do have to do a horse of the week because it is Friday. And actually today, it's not horses, it's mules and a whole pack of them. So I am dedicating this horse of the week to Mission Mules. It's a nonprofit disaster response organization out of the Appalachian Mountains. And they have a string of mules that they use to go in when areas in the Appalachian Mountains are cut off by weather. Well, they had massive flooding in West Virginia last week where when you looked at a map of the roads closed, it didn't look like you could get anywhere in West Virginia. I mean, it was just really bad flooding. And they actually, Mission Mules came to the rescue. And what they do is they take clean drinking water and medications and things like that into areas that you can't get to otherwise. So they do that with their mules and they go where roads are closed or collapsed or things like that. So, and they also escort the rescue teams in and things like that. So I'm giving it to them because what good work they're doing all over the East Coast all the time. They've been around since Katrina. So good work for them and giving selflessly. And the mules can carry, by the way, each up to 200 pounds, which kind of makes sense because an adult would be 200 pounds, right? So,
wow.
Yeah. So it's good work they're doing.
From the podcast to the barn, here's some hidden birthday wishes to keep you warm.
We have a bunch of auditor birthdays this weekend. Kim P., Amanda C., Connie H., Teresa F., and Danielle R. Also, one of our terrific hosts here on the Horse Radio Network, Joy Orr. It's also her birthday as well. And I noticed that she's getting back to riding again after having the twins. So we're thinking about you all this weekend. Have a terrific weekend.
Daily Whinnie goes out to journalism. That's right, journalism. The horse that won, he won the Preakness. He came in second in the Derby and second in the Belmont. He won the Santa Anita, the Haskell. He earned over $4 million, almost $5 million. Journalism has now been retired and just arrived at Coolmore in Lexington. So beautiful farm. That's where Justify and Fierceness and Sierra Leone are. So he is in very good company. And congratulations to everybody associated with him. I wonder what his stud fee's going to be. I mean, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
But did you see his last race, by the way?
No.
The reason he retired is he got hurt in the starting gate and broke like dead last. And the whole race is going on. He's in the back because he got hurt in the starting gate, but not enough to like stop him. Nobody knew, And he freaking won the whole thing, like passed everybody, and then retired because he won.
Go out on a win, right?
I mean, do it. Like, it was awesome. So it was cool, very cool. So congratulations to him.
I wasn't on Wednesday morning, but you know what happened on Wednesday morning? And it's probably the first year in about 15 that we haven't had somebody on live. What? The Chincoteague Pony Swim happened on Wednesday morning. Now, we couldn't have this year anyway because they had it much earlier than we recorded. So, but it did happen. They estimated 150 to 200 ponies made their way across. And yesterday morning was the auction. I don't have the results yet, but they did do the auction yesterday morning. And of course, this is all to benefit the fire department there. But they said it was packed. And apparently very muddy. They had a lot of rain. So everybody's dealing with a ton of mud, but it apparently was packed. That has become such an event now, a spectator event to go there. So popular as ever.
Waxed and waned. But I think with the 100th, it really propelled everybody to knowing about it,
Yeah, I agree. And they apparently turned out. Also, something that happens tomorrow on Saturday is Tevis. Tevis happens tomorrow, so I'm sure Karen will be giving us the rundown on all of that on her next episode of the Endurance Show. She always is good with the facts and figures. She's not competing this year, but I think she's competed 6 or 7 times. So obviously that's one of the toughest endurance races in the world, and everybody aspires to go to Tevis. It's kind of like the Super Bowl of endurance. So that'll be happening. And the numbers, you don't listen to the Endurance Show, but the numbers are way down this year. They usually would have 150, 160 to 200. This year it was down to like 80.
Rider competitors?
They think it's I think economy has a lot to do with that. They didn't have but one entry from the East Coast, and I think that's why. But anyway, we'll have the results on that. And the other thing coming up is the World Championships in Aachen will be held on August 11th through the 23rd, kind of like the World Equestrian Games, current version of it. And they've picked the teams now in eventing and dressage and all the different teams. They've picked them now. It's finalized. And I did look up where you'd be able to watch it here in the United States, and it looks like Clip My Horse and FEI TV are going to be where. They'll have some free coverage, and then I think if you want more coverage, you have to pay for it. But if you get an free FEI account, you can watch some of it. Now, I've had trouble connecting to Clip My Horse for Kentucky and things in the past, so good luck with that, but hopefully it'll work. I know a lot of people do get through, but I know a lot of people will be watching that. Keep in mind that Aachen is 6 hours ahead of the East Coast United States. So
staying up late, ladies.
We're getting up really, really early. Also, oh God, this is a first. So I'm glad they're being vigilant. So we haven't talked about screwworms in a while because not much has changed. Except for this guy, Roger Rodriguez Vega of Maitland, Florida, was arrested as he...
Florida man.
Yeah, Florida man. He was arrested. He apparently picked up 24 sheep and goats from the restricted part of Texas where they have had screwworm. And it's illegal to move any animal out of those areas of Texas. And he tried to bring them across the border here in Florida. Well, we have livestock inspection stations here. And they are really strict, Jamie. We went on a road show where we took the the living quarters. We went past it figuring, we're a camper, right? We forgot that we had the living quarters horse trailer. They pulled us over because we didn't stop, even though we were empty. But anyway, they're really picky about it. And
Florida has always been tough. Florida and California, both of those.
Well, thankfully, apparently.
Stops.
So they pulled him over. He stopped. He didn't have the paperwork. He didn't have the veterinary paperwork. So they sent him back. Well, he went into Georgia and then came across one of the places where it isn't policed, and they caught him somehow. I don't know how. Didn't say how they caught him, but they caught him and they arrested him. So he's being charged for bringing animals illegally into the state and a bunch of other things. So they are being serious about it. I got to give them that.
So the follow-up question is, okay, so Roger Rodriguez Vega tries to circumnavigate the whole entry into Florida, and he's got an entire trailer full of whatever, sheeps and goats and all that. And so they pull him over and they arrest him. What do they do with the animals?
That's a good question. I couldn't find the answer to that, too, because I had the same question. I was like, did they ship him back to Texas? What do they do?
Yeah, like, what do they, because they can't really keep them here. Like,
I mean, chances of any of them having it are probably slim. They would have had to have a cut, and then get, that's how they get it. Probably slim, but I don't know if they drove the truck back to. I don't know what they did.
Well, I have more questions, and you need to find my answers.
I could not find the answer to even how they caught him. That was a mystery that I looked in several articles to see how they caught him if he went a different route, and I couldn't find that either. So there's some. I don't know. All I could think of is 007, and they put a little tracker under his truck before he left, and then they were watching him. That's what I was thinking.
They're like, this guy's going to try to get around us.
That's what I was thinking happened. I'm going with that. Well, you know what? If you don't want to be stuck on the road with whatever animals you're carrying, legal or illegal, well, probably they wouldn't cover it if it was illegal. But if it's legal, you can get U.S. Rider to help you on your trip.
I was like, that's such a good segue. Wait, never mind.
Sorry, U.S. Rider.
They are awesome.
As horse owners, we spend a lot of time on the road. Let U.S. Rider help keep you covered. Our equestrian motor plan offers fast, reliable, nationwide service from our highly trained roadside assistance team. 24/7 coverage for both you and your horse. Membership includes horse trailer servicing, towing, flat tire repair, even on dual wheels, battery assistance, and lockout service on any vehicle in your plan. We also have your equine companions covered with referrals for emergency vet services, farrier referrals, and emergency stabling assistance. Get peace of mind on the road for you and your horse. Join U.S. Rider today.
Today, we have on the show two of our very favorite people, author Robin Hutton, who wrote the book Sergeant Reckless, America's War Horse, and basically her bestie at this point, sculptor Jocelyn Russell, who made the Sergeant Reckless statues and, of course, the Secretariat statues that are all over the country. And they recently took an amazing trip together that we want to hear all about. So I will start, with Robin. Robin.
Hello there.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having us back. It's always such a joy and a pleasure to be on this show. I just absolutely love it.
And hello to Jocelyn.
Hey there, everybody. Thanks, you guys. This is really fun. It's always good to hear your voice, Jamie.
Oh, you guys are in separate places. Like, Robin, where are you?
I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina now. I just moved here 3 years ago from California. And it is a good move. It's been a good move. So, yeah.
So basically, are you, Jocelyn, at the very other end of the country? Are you at home?
Yeah. If I drove 3 miles to the west, I'd fall into the Canada border. So, yeah, we're clear. We're opposite ends of the country. I guess if Robin were down on the tip of Florida, that would be technically the farthest we could get and still be on the same.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Isn't technology amazing that we can have Florida, Oklahoma, Washington, and North Carolina all in one call? It's so cool. And to talk about your amazing trip across the globe. So let's start with Robin. Tell us about your trip to Korea.
Well, it was one of the most amazing trips I've ever taken. And I think Jocelyn and I both have talked about this. It was beyond anything that was expected. I was invited to participate in this Peace and Prosperity Forum that has foreign leaders and scholars from around the world every year come to Jeju Island, and it's a 3-day event, and they talk about peace and what we can do to come together as a world and, all of this. And they wanted me to talk on Reckless and the role that she plays as a bridge between the past and the present, and also with her role today as being a Korean horse that became an American icon and legend in this war. And I had never talked about anything like this. And when I first heard that they wanted me to come, my first thought was, I got to get Jocelyn to go with me. Because we have so much fun, but we're also trying to take our very last monument of Sergeant Reckless to South Korea to place her at Camp Humphreys, which is the largest military installation in the world outside of the United States. And that's where Marine Corps Forces Korea is based. And she would be standing with her Marines again in Korea. So this was kind of a big thing for us to try to pull all together. And my publisher, my book is now translated into Korean. And so when this all came together, my publisher said, well, if you can stay a couple of more days, we can get you some book signings in Seoul. And then our trip was paid for. It was just amazing. And we had a blast. And ours was the very first session of this forum. And
you were the keynote speaker.
Yeah, it was. I wasn't keynote, but I almost became a keynote because when I submitted my talk, I said, I know it's a little long and I'll cut some out. And the girl said, oh no, don't cut anything out. We love it the way it is. And so I'm like, okay. So I went as long as the keynote speakers, and I had a PowerPoint with pictures of Reckless and, the whole shebang, and Jocelyn's filming it, and all of it. So. But it was warmly received, wonderfully received.
I see that, and I've loved seeing all the pictures. That's what Jocelyn is so great at is taking pictures and videos of everybody else's moments, and she took some great ones of you. And I saw that when you guys were at these talks, they actually had some horses. Jocelyn, can you speak about who those horses were and why they were there?
Well, ends up, we found out after the fact that the publisher has I understand, the most horses in South Korea.
Yes.
And those were two of his horses, and we were on Jeju Island. So they were probably the same descent that Reckless was. They were about her size, maybe a little bigger, but they were beautifully well-mannered horses. And we got some great photo ops with those and with the governor. And, when Robin called, she goes, I really want you to go. I said, I can't go. I've got monument deadlines. No, can't go. She goes, accommodations are paid for. I'm like, Robin, I can't go. She says, well, the airfare is paid for. I'm like, okay, now you're killing me.
Yeah, I'm going now.
So, I think we got home and we looked at each other and we were like, how much did we pay on this trip? And didn't we come up with $200 total?
Yeah, and I think it was the wine that we bought. We bought 2 bottles of wine and some facial masks of the Korean beauty products. That was about it.
What a fun thing. Now, did y'all meet because of Reckless?
Yes.
Walk me through that, Robin.
So when I discovered her story, I thought there should have been a movie and, a book and monuments to this horse all over the place. And it's, I Googled her name back in the day. This was 20 years ago. And only 4 things came up on the internet. She had vanished from the pages of history. And so it was a travesty. And so I finally was starting to get a hold of Korean veterans that served with Reckless. And one of them was a guy named Bob Rogers, who knew of Jocelyn's work in Oklahoma. He had been to her art shows in Oklahoma. And he had said, because I told him, I said, I want a monument to this horse. And so he gave me Jocelyn's phone number and 3 other artists' names. And I called her, and it was during her busy show season, and I didn't hear from her for a couple of weeks. But we hit it off on that phone call, and she took a real chance on me. And we have just been riding this amazing high ever since. And I thank God every day for this opportunity and this wonderful life that Reckless has brought to me, because Jocelyn and I get to spend so much time together and have such a good time.
So Jocelyn, this crazy lady calls you and she's like, hey, I found this horse, this pony from Korea. Will you do a mod? Like, how does that phone call go?
Oh, I remember it like it was yesterday. I said, I guess I better call this gal. My husband's in the background laughing. You can tell with her, she's so vivacious and so has such bubbly personality. And so I'm chatting with her, and I hang up after about maybe 45 minutes. And my husband says, so what's up? And I said, she's a screenwriter from Hollywood. She's never done a monument project. Doesn't
strike one, strike two.
Doesn't really know much about horses. Definitely doesn't know anything about artists, and has never really fundraised before. And he goes, so what are you going to do? And I said, I'm going to sculpt a monument for her.
It's like in those moments where you're like, wow, this is a really bad idea. Let's do it.
Grab your gear, girls. We're out of here.
That's exactly right. Best chance I ever took. Because of that, I got secretariats, all the secretariat monuments. And Robin's been there every step of the way. We were on the Triple Crown tour together. And here again in 2026, now we're going to South Korea again together. So what a ride.
That's absolutely true. And it has been so much fun to see now, especially in Korea. What was amazing for both of us to see, especially on Jeju Island. Now, up in Seoul, every year for the last, I want to say 8 years or so, around the time of the start of the Korean War in June, the Seoul racetrack has a Sergeant Reckless Memorial Race. And they have been doing that every year. And
how long?
For about 8 years, I think it's been now. I met it when we were over there in 2016, 10 years ago. We met a guy who's with the Korean Racing Authority, and he is actually Englishman. And so he was the one that told me that, they felt that Reckless was a Jeju pony mixed with a thoroughbred. He was my contact for all that, information back when I was doing my book. And Alistair Middleton was his name. And he was one that helped get this race, I think, for Reckless back in the day. And it's been going on every year. And so this time on our trip, they had Korean War veterans there at the racetrack. My publisher gave them each a book of mine that's in translated. Jocelyn and I were out there on the balcony with all the veterans, and they did a huge, wonderful, thing for us. And we also had a book signing at the racetrack, which was so much fun. And, they loved it. And then going over to Jeju, where Reckless is, we feel that she is, part Jeju, a descendant of a Jeju horse. The racetrack there, they have a beautiful memorial hall on her story. It's just gorgeous right there at the racetrack. And a monument of Reckless. Sadly, they wanted Jocelyn to do it, but they couldn't hire an outside artist. They needed to have a local artist do it. But I thought it was very sweet, didn't you, Jay, that they wanted your approval of that monument at the Jeju racetrack?
Oh, yeah, it was wonderful. And actually, it's a very nice monument. I've seen a couple others that are not very good, and this one is very nice. So they did a great job with that. But the hall itself, they've got an ongoing video in there, and they've quoted Harold Wadley, which was one of the Marines that we worked with when we were working on the monument. I mean, it's a beautiful tribute to her. They even have the magazine, Life magazine, a copy of the Life magazine on display where she was basically debuted, I guess. Yeah, it was mind blowing, really.
It truly was. And they had a beautiful little plaque of Jocelyn's monuments there, and gave the dates as to when all of them were installed or dedicated. And they just love taking on claiming this story as their own. And it was wonderful to see. Absolutely wonderful to see.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you is how do they I mean, Jeju Island, obviously, being that they can claim part of Reckless's heritage, when you go to Seoul and all that, how is the reception? Like, does everybody know Sergeant Reckless? Because I feel like here in the United States, like at this point in our history, like you said, she was almost erased. And you brought this horse to the United States, and Jocelyn making your amazing monument for her. You know, people know her name now because of you too, which is just incredible. So when you go to a place like Seoul, is she so well known, or are you educating people about her?
We're educating people about her. But when her story just grows, and they've had 2 documentaries on her, and Jocelyn actually was there, is actually in one of them that took place last year, and it just came out in English, this Korean documentary. They came to the Marine Corps Museum, they went to Camp Pendleton, and this film company was Korean Broadcasting, and they were the Jeju branch. And so they were really trying to spread her story, get people to understand it. And they did a beautiful job. It's a 45-minute long documentary on her story. And they just did a beautiful job on it. And at the National Museum of the Marine Corps, Jocelyn was there, and it was just really something special. So they're trying to get her story out in these places. And that's why it'll be very exciting if we can get her placed at Camp Humphreys, which is 40 miles south of Seoul. And if she's placed there, we feel that it will also bring awareness to her in the country. And so but in Jeju, her story is getting bigger and bigger because of what they have there with the monument and the memorial hall, which is just lovely, and the rates that they have. So
yeah, that's amazing. So what is coming up? You've thrown a lot of stuff. You guys seem like very, very busy about this, and it's so exciting, all the stuff going on. What is coming up next for, let's start with Reckless. Robin, what's coming up next?
So I'm working on her documentary. While we were on the Triple Crown tour with Secretariat, I met this producer from NBC Sports, and we've been working on her documentary, and I'm hoping that it comes out within the next year. We actually interviewed, out of the 5 people we interviewed so far that either knew of Reckless or served with Reckless, 4 of them have passed away. So we were very, very happy that we have their stories down on film. And so that is the main thing that we, hope to be getting out. And then, of course, trying to raise money and awareness for this monument of her in Korea. That's the other big thing. But of course, I always am pushing to try to get a movie or a TV series done on her story. And I do have a script, and I am trying to.
I don't know why that hasn't happened yet. I think cost, maybe, putting war films together is expensive.
They did War Horse. Call Steven Spielberg.
That's true. They did War Horse. Yeah.
I know. And I have to pitch it, Sergeant Reckless versus Warhorse, because they say, well, hasn't this movie been made already? And I'm like, no.
Different horse, different war.
Yeah, exactly. So I pitched that.
Different continent.
So.
One is real.
Right, exactly.
So Jocelyn, you have been, you've got your hands all over everything.
I know.
Got so many monuments going. To tell us what you're working on now.
We just finished Grizzly 399 in clay. She's currently at the Foundry. She's going to be placed at the main entrance of the National Wildlife Art Museum in Jackson. And that's going to happen September 9th. So she's 8.5 feet tall, life and 3/4, with 4 of her cubs that she brought to the world in 2020. And she's iconic. We lost her in 2024. She was struck by a vehicle in the Snake River Canyon. So there was an outcry for a monument, and we jumped on the wagon and decided to do one for her. But no, I've got other projects going as well. I've got a lion, big 9-foot tall lion coming, and I'm working on a leopard family right now, a little over life size. So plenty to do, and maybe Silver Charm and Little Silver Charm, and maybe another Secretariat for Colonial Downs area in Virginia. So lots going on, but I have to jump back for just a second, because when you guys were talking about Robin saying there was only 4 things out on Reckless, and of course I know this is about Reckless today. The reason people know about her is this woman. I am not kidding you. I thought, when we first started out, I was like, I'm really excited to talk to people about Reckless and the whole project, when we were working on the monument. But everywhere Robin and I went, she was in the bathroom. I could hear her in the stall. Have you heard about Sergeant Reckless?
That's funny.
It didn't matter where we were. We sit down with someone on a plane. I'm like, well, I won't have to talk to them for quite a while because Robin's got their ear. And it was everything about Reckless. Everywhere she went, she was just single-mindedly focused on getting the word out about this horse. And this is why we're here today. There's just, once you get something going with Robin, you better hold on. Get a hold of the reins.
That's why I love this girl. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
And she's actually been involved with the Grizzly 399 project. She's running it through her 501c3. So without Robin, we would have really been in a jam trying to get, a nonprofit for the tax deductions. So, and she's just an all around team player. Doesn't matter what you need or what you want to do. You bring, my husband's hollering. He even likes her. So, yeah.
Horse husband approved.
Yeah. So you when you do something with Robin, it's going to be a winner. Doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing.
And this is why I love this girl, and we have so much fun together, because she brings so much to the party too with her amazing artistry. And I mean, it is just incredible what she brings. And I'll tell you, with our trip to Korea, they loved her, and they loved Reckless so much that in Jeju Island, we're sitting in the airport waiting for our flight, and we get a call or a text from the lady that was our translator. And she said, my husband just found out that the governor of Jeju wants to make you both honorary citizens of Jeju Island.
No way.
Robin, you're going to have to learn Korean now. You're going to have to start studying.
Kamsamnida. That's all we know. Kamsamnida. I think.
Yeah, right. That's it. Kamsamnida. I don't even say that right, but and so we just looked at each other, and I turned to her. I said, I need another drink. I can't handle this.
Well, everywhere we went, they had an interpreter that was assigned just to us,
right.
Both in Seoul area and Jeju Island. So, and our own driver. So we didn't have to catch a taxi anywhere. They would just come pick us up. And I mean, they absolutely spoiled us rotten. So I don't know why they're bestowing us with this honorary citizenship.
You're reckless royalty. You're reckless royalty.
Yeah.
They love that we're bringing back, that we're bringing this part of their culture back to them. And I'm my publisher, when we had a nice interview with the Korean Times newspaper, and when we were sitting there in my publisher's office, he had said that he would help get that monument placed at Camp Humphreys, which is wonderful, because I thought, Korean companies coming in, if they knew about this, that they would like to join us in supporting this. And so for us to be able to bring our Reckless back there and be there with the Korean, and the Marine Corps is so excited about this. I was working with the Major General Val Jackson, who is now the commanding officer of Marine Corps Forces Korea. They're so excited to have her come. And so I'm just very proud that we'll be able to have Jocelyn's monument there, because it is iconic and stunning, and it's
brings her to life.
Oh my gosh, that girl, I swear, I tell this, and Jay's gonna get bored of me saying this, but I always tell people, Jocelyn does more research on her projects than anybody I've ever seen. And she takes all of this information in through her head and through her brain, and the details come out through her fingers.
Yep.
And it is stunning when you see what she can take, and just a few scrapes here, and it's like this monument comes to life. Mm-hmm. And when we dedicated installed the first monument of Reckless at the National Museum of the Marine Corps, I was standing there as they lowered her down on the pedestal, and the director of the museum was behind me, and I turned around and she's got tears in her eyes, and I said, "So, Lynn, what do you think?" And she said, "I expect her to move." Exactly. That's the life and the energy and the heart that Jocelyn puts into her sculptures. And $3.99 is the same. Her Secretariat ones are the same. I mean, it's stunning what she is able to do.
Well, we're running out of time, but I did want to say that if you haven't read the book yet, and I'll put a link to it in the show notes, you must read the book. It's a terrific book. You know that. You know how we feel about that. And we met both of you over the years, I think, because of this. Right. So, I mean, I looked it up, and Robin, we had you on 11 years ago was the first time. So,
my gosh,
we're all
just getting younger. It's amazing. We're so much prettier and skinnier than
I know. Thank goodness, right?
Well, listen, if y'all cannot smile the entire time you're listening to this interview, I don't know what to do, because we just love you both so much. And it's like an honor to just be able to call you both friends. So thank you so much for coming on and sharing this story. And we will put all of the connected social media things on the show notes so everybody can take a look and see everything that you guys both do. You're both amazing humans, and I love you both. Okay,
Jamie, this is awesome. And Glenn, you too.
Okay, thank you.
You guys are the best.
See you guys.
Yeah.
For first-time horse owners and new riders just starting out, finding the information and support you need can be challenging. That's why Equine Network has partnered with Sentinel Feed to bring you My New Horse, a place where equestrians just getting into horse ownership or riding will find the resources and community they need at precisely their stage of the equine journey. From important horse-keeping information and how-to videos to social media communities and more, My New Horse is your one-stop shop for riders of all levels and disciplines who are eager to find easy-to-understand horse care information and guidance. Start your horse ownership journey today. Visit mynewhorse.com.
Pay attention.
If you ain't met one by now, you're bound to sooner or later. He says one thing and he means another, but hey, he can't help it. He's a horse trader. Horse trading. Well, it's a laissez-faire. Let the buyer beware. Horse trading. They tell a low-down lie with a sincere stare. Horse trading. Well, if they're talking in circles and the deal ain't square, he's a master in the fine art of persuading. Horse trading.
That's right. It is time for Really Bad Ads, that time of the week when listeners submit ads from Craigslist or Facebook, and we just have a little bit of fun with them. And I have an announcement, thanks to Ashley. We have a prize for coming up for everybody that submitted in June and then for July. And that is we are giving away 3 framed 8x10 prints of Gene Abernathy's drawing for our 4,000th episode. So, and you're getting one too, by the way.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, so we're giving away 3 prints of that. I know everybody that's a real listener to this show is going to want one. So, and especially the people who contribute to Really Bad Ads every week. And we're happy to do that. So thanks to Ashley for that one. But we'll do that drawing at the end of July. All right, we have a couple that won't make it this week, but you are in entry for the drawing, and that's Caitlin and Jenny. We just had too many submissions this week.
All right. Well, the first one comes from Price, and this is in, I believe, England. Surrey's in England, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Horse for sale in Surrey. Healthy 13H Welsh gelding. Halter trained, but not started. He is very sweet and loves to eat Weetabix right out of the box. Edit.
Is that like cream of wheat or whatever?
I think it's like, no, Weetabix is like their Cheez-It, maybe.
I don't know.
But as far as like information that one should provide when selling a horse, that would not be at the top of my list.
That's all they know.
13 hand gelding likes Weetabix. Here you go.
That's all they know about the horse.
They did put at the bottom, we do not have a saddle or bridle or trailers, so bring your own, please. He's very nice.
It's a very nice horse.
He's very nice.
He is a hairy beast. Oh my God, he's hairy.
Picture of him, he looks like a yearling.
He does, and he's got hair that's 3 inches long. So you live in a cold climate. This one's probably good.
It's cold in Surrey.
Yeah. You have the next one too.
Oh, okay. Faye and Katie both sent this in. And this is from my Facebook page that Jen has cut off, which means she does not want me to contact them. So Here we go. Do you wake up every morning and think, life has been too peaceful lately? Boy,
Yes,
do I have
I
the
do.
horse for you. 6-year-old grade Bayron gelding, standing 15 hands tall and built like he actually deserves to have a better personality. That's funny. Sound has a few scratches on his head from falling in the trailer with other horses. Nothing bad. Okay.
I'm
think
sorry.
him
When you
falling
fall in the trailer is pretty bad.
That's bad.
Yeah.
They're like, his cuts aren't bad, but he did fall in a trailer. Okay, let's clear a few things up before the quote, is he kid safe crowd arrives. No. Does he want to be your friend? Also, no. Will he come running to you in the pasture? Probably, but only because he's checking to see if today is the day he can ruin your mood. He's watching on the ground and spends most of his free time trying to negotiate the terms and conditions of being a horse. Every interaction starts with him asking, or what if I didn't?
We've all owned that horse.
This horse doesn't need love. He needs a paycheck. No tire kickers, no beginners, no trainers looking to build confidence. In fact, he might take yours. Bring cash, a lead rope, and whatever emotional support system you've been relying on. Price reflects the fact that I enjoy sleeping peacefully at night. Located in Sulphur Springs, Texas, we can ship him anywhere. Oh my God. Do you see the comments?
700 comments.
Well, so this must be a horse sale in Texas page. I'm going.
If you buy him, he comes with a BetterHelp subscription. So you can...
That's great.
We've all known this horse, though. We really have. You were talking about confidence on Wednesday with Ashley. Here, this is a perfect one to help build her confidence, right here.
Sure. I think that was the opposite, but go ahead.
Kayla sent this one in. ISO, young, dumb, sticky cowboy type. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Are they looking for the cowboy or horse? Looking for a young cowboy who is, looking for a cowboy. Looking for a young cowboy who is a very good rider and slightly bad at self-preservation.
That's all cowboys.
I've got horses that need first rides. You need $20 a ride and the story to tell. $20 they're paying for first rides? You can't get somebody to clean your house for $20 an hour.
No, that's insane.
Let me read the rest, see if it gets better. Must actually be able to ride. Rodeo experience preferred. I'm sorry, you're getting a rodeo ride or you're going to pay more than $20. This is not the place to find out whether you can ride. You must be able to stick anything thrown your way. I can ride fine, so I don't just need another horse rider. All horses have been through groundwork program.
Let me stop. If your horse has been properly groundwork trained to accept a rider, you will not have to hire a $20 moron who's willing to throw a leg over and get bucked off. You won't have him bucking if you know what you're doing, which clearly you don't. Oh, I hate you so much. Sorry.
I really need a sounder for a Jamie rant. If somebody would like to make and send one to me, that would be great.
No soul.
We need a Jamie rant sound effect.
I hate you. And Jen, I would hate them and cut off whatever Facebook page this is. I'm going to find it and I'm going to message you. Okay.
Does somebody actually accept that for $20? Your broken bones for $20?
Dude. Stupid.
All right.
Stupid. Okay, moving on. I by the way, I rode race horses for $9 a ride.
There you go. So apparently the answer is yes.
$20 is an upgrade. I'm thinking about that. I'm like, wait a second, I did that.
Now that was a few years ago.
It was 19 and dumb.
They make $20 now.
Yeah, probably do. Okay, I sent the next one in, and it is from our favorite Facebook page, which is Oklahoma horses for sale for under $1,500. Okay, here's the ad. It's a picture of like five pictures of horses. We don't know who or what they are. And they're a varying, like, you know how you take a picture of your horse who's like walking away and you're like, oh my God, my horse looks so ugly because it's like mid stride turning to the left. All these pictures are like that. Okay. Yes, I still horses for a forever. He may, they are breed to show to games, English, Western, cow and trail.
What?
That's the end. Yes, I still. Horses for a forever. He may they are breed to show to games. English Western Cow and Trail. What?
I realize that some of these ads might be a translation problem, but your phone now does that for you. I mean,
this is Oklahoma. Translating is not an issue. Like, I'm sorry, you're just a moron. How about that?
By the way, I did look it up, and according to Gemini, a freelance exercise rider, a newer freelance exercise rider makes $20 to $40 per horse to breeze.
Get out.
Nope. They said,
oh my God, I would be a millionaire by now.
The highly experienced rider might charge up to $50 to $75 per horse.
Oh my God, I was getting robbed. I bet other riders made more, and they were like, let's pay this moron $9.
Yeah, she's willing to do it.
She's so hungry.
Debbie sent this one in. This is, I don't know where it's from. Patches, 5YO, 36-in painted mini zebu steer. Whew, that's a tough one. Patches is a 5-year-old miniature zebu with an old soul and the sweetest personality. He's been there, done that. Parades, pony rides, crowds, and chaos never faze him. He bathes, stands tied, loads better than most horses, and is as gentle as they come. If you're looking for a safe, unique little partner for the kids to love and enjoy, Patches is your guy. You want to tell everybody what Patches is?
I'm looking up what a zebu is right now.
Well, I can tell you there's a picture of a little tiny guy, maybe, 4 years old in the biggest cowboy hat I've ever seen on a 4-year-old. And he's standing on the western saddle on top of a cow. Apparently.
Okay. A zebu is a type of domestic cattle from South Asia known for a large fatty hump on its shoulder and a loose flap of skin under its neck and droopy ears. Oh my God, they're super cute.
They are. I wonder if this is when it's
like a
$90,000 too. I don't know. Did this go as much as the zebra, do you think? It is cute. I gotta say, it looks like a cross between a camel and a cow.
Oh, miniature zebu. Okay, it does say that. Yeah, I don't know what I would need it for, but I'm pretty sure I need it.
Me too. I kind of want that one too.
Patches, come home. All right, Lizzie sent the next one in. Oh, I think this is the horse's name.
See, I got to explain this first before you go on.
Okay, explain this.
I gave this one to you because I thought there would be a Jamie rant after you read this one. I didn't realize we would already have had a Jamie rant before you got to this one. So everybody, we're in for a double Jamie rant on this one.
Okay. Seeking redemption for why our old gelding slightly broken, still bucks a little. Without papers, $3,700, $45, any reasonable offer. Wait.
It's only slightly broken, Jamie.
I'm sorry. Are you telling me that I can purchase your gelding for, I think it's I don't even know what it is. Oh, gelding. Okay. 4-year-old gelding for $3,700 without the papers. But if you want the papers, then this slightly broken bucking horse is $4,500. Now, I'm going to describe the picture to you. It is of a very, very downhill sorrel something, because the picture is of the back, like if it's from like the back left flank and the horse is looking away. So the picture, the horse looks like it has this tiny head.
It does. It does look like the head is like miniature.
Very downhill. And it is,
But it's slightly broken, Jamie. Will you imagine the price if it was fully broken?
That's why it bucks. Because you didn't do your job. I hate people. This is supposed to be fun, Glenn.
I'll do the next one. Illinois Livestock and Farm. Looking to rehome a Willow lab. Oh God, this one's bad. Looking to rehome a Willow lab. He's a great GRATE dog with kids and other dogs, but he can't be with dogs. He take a minute to warm up as well. He has a little crank on his back. You crank him and he gets warmed up. But he's such a good dog near Greenville, Illinois. Need more info? HMU.
I don't know what HMU means, but
Hit me
this
up,
is
I think.
Oh, look at you talking all kid.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah. Okay, so this picture is of a yellow lab who has one of the, you know, in the movie Shrek,
so
when
sad.
the cat like does the eyes,
Yes.
that's the cat, and it's like Puss in Boots, like he does that. That's what this dog is doing. Somebody
so
please go help this dog. Can I just point out that they're like, he's a great dog. I mean, he can't be with other dogs, but he is a great dog.
At first, I thought he could be with other dogs, and then they kind of reversed it. So I don't know. If you want a yellow lab with great eyes, there you go. But don't take him outside,
my God,
apparently.
he's so precious. This is Illinois Livestock and Farm. So somebody go get him. We have people in Illinois. This guy needs some love. Okay, No Soul Matt sent the next one in. And this is this is our trailer of the week. 16-foot bumper pull livestock trailer. Broken axle. Brand new tires. I'm sorry. Those things don't go together because they're saying brand new tires, but there's no tires on the trailer.
That doesn't count, Jamie. They're somewhere, I'm sure, in the back, maybe.
How do you put brand new tires on a trailer with no axles? Oh my God, I hate you so much. Sturdy 16-foot bumper pull livestock trailer with a steel frame and olive green exterior. I mean,
who doesn't want that?
Want an olive green horse trailer. Sold with a bill of sale only. Oh, so it has no title. This unit has a broken axle. It includes brand new tires and a spare mounted on the side above where the axle should be. I'm adding that part. You should have, like, you can't just put a tire on the side of the trailer and be like, it has new tire. Okay. The interior has wood shavings on the floor and a red metal divider. It has shavings? Wow, Glenn, let's buy this.
It comes with shavings. I'm impressed. They've been in there for 45 years, but
The trailer has a 16-foot bumper pull livestock trailer as is. This is a fantastic project for a DIY welder.
Why is it always a fantastic project for somebody else? Why is it always that way?
For a DIY welder, a local flipper, or anyone needing a heavy-duty stationary shelter for farm use, this trailer has one broken axle. It cannot be towed safely on the highway in its current state. As stated, this is as is. You know what, though? To be fair, it's only $800. So.
And you know what? The other thing is it's not totally rusted out like every other trailer we see, so it could be a good chicken house, maybe.
It is rusted out. They've just painted over the rust olive green. They chose very poorly.
And that's all we have time for today. Thank you, everybody, for submitting. We really appreciate it. We will be doing more of these next week, so you can send your ads in to Jennifer@horseradionetwork.com. And we'll be back with another round of shows for you next week. Have a safe weekend. I know there's a lot going on in the country right now, weather-wise and otherwise. So be safe this weekend. Stay cool as best you can. And
oh, my God, I had a horse overheat yesterday.
Well, you only have about 107, so
it was 100 degrees. And this horses are so dumb. Like, I have shade for you. There's trees everywhere.
Yes,
there are sheds. And this horse, it's a Candy Fugitive, has this like really, really, really thick, beautiful mane. I mean, he should not be a thoroughbred with this mane and forelock. They called him Fabio at the rescue. Like, beautiful. And he's been adopted and he's been here for training. So he overheated, like standing in the sun in 100-degree weather. So, of course, I have to bring him in, do all the ice, do the alcohol bath, like treat him. He's huffing and puffing. I get him all done, and I contact the adopter. And I was like, listen, we have got to do something because this hair is overheating him. I mean, it's like, imagine wrapping your horse's neck in a wool blanket. There's so much hair. So I'm like, we have three options. I can braid it, I can cut it, or please God, just let me roach it. And she lost her mind. And was like, do not roach my horse's mane. Oh my God. So I will be braiding today and trying to keep everybody cool. This has been fun. It's so fun. I love July and August. Hey, today's the last day of July. So cool. Tomorrow
That's hard to
is
believe too, by the way.
Another terrible month.
We have
Awesome.
one more of these. Looking forward to that. Actually, in Florida, we have 6 more of these.
Yeah, you're